Okay, we have game number one. We have Mark versus Wazard. And to share in this particular Hall of Horrors Cup, it's a stacked one. A lot of great players are in this tournament. And we have a very interesting matchup already from game number one. Mark did what I believe is the best possible opener here. Nobody can stop Pickles from taking this panic point. And we have a unicorn and the anti-mech cat. It's called electric cat, yeah. So we have Ginsting, very aggressive already. It forces this other player to go with Gravedigger already. So Ginsting can hit that one key. Okay. Deciding to not heal. They're both banking. Okay, we have an attractor. Okay, good, nice. And in this case, nobody likes to pull Goon around. You would just get slammed in the face. But let's see what's gonna happen next. Okay, so for this one, he decided to go with Zappy. But it's in a kind of rough position because right now it would have to walk through the scary set of tiles while a tractor can just one shot you. But in this case, he decided to go with this way. You can now just move Zappy like this. Okay, let's just wait for it. Like that, and you cannot pull it to that anymore. So interesting way to play. He was able to take out Goon, but not sure if Hemati can survive this. And right now, a tractor is stuck with a Zappy in front. It's a horrible way for a tractor to face. So Mark just gets Gravedigger once again. He's just placing their Zappy. So we have Stab and Cassowary. Okay. Mark is just playing safe. Okay, now he's stuck on the top side. Not sure how he would be able to deal with it. But right now, he's doing this one. Okay. Is there okay, there it is. He was able to clean that one. Nice. But a full one shot Ginsting. Okay, he was able to clear all those. And in this part, he was able to actually kill that and kill this other one and kill the boom behind. So Wazard is now stuck with this. Mark was able to kill that. And Mark just okay, he decided to go with kill. And this annoys me. I'm not sure why would Wazard would just decide to hit instead of just backing out twice. But this is what happened. He just lost. He could have lost later due to a bad play, but there would still be hope. But in this case, he just guaranteed the loss by hitting it. So well played by Mark. Lover versus PVC for me. So this is game number 2. And we have here one of the new maps, so Red Rover. And it's very common that would start with Numbskull. It's a very what do you call this tempo based map, and surprisingly, Lover went ahead and captured this instead of the other one. Let's see how player 2 would play this out. I find it very hard to play as P2 on this map. So let's see what would this one does. Okay, so they would just capture that one. Lover's banking or something. So we have here Lenny. And we have here Bad Say Manners. Once again, these are very like You won't be able to remove this unit at any point in the game unless you summon something like I don't know, Cerberus or that. And we have here Radiator to counter the bad sushi. Not sure why you would summon this one already. You have capped out yourselves, and it's very hard to go on opening now. And yep, that happened. Okay, we have Hydra. And Cerberus. Yeah, this will be very hard right now. And now Oliver summoned Puff, so even if Cerberus gets frozen, it wouldn't matter. So we just have here some bad sushi action. Okay. And you're getting heart rush to the face. Okay, we have microscopic. But I'm not really sure how you would be able to even go ahead in this one. It's just way too hard. Yep, that happens. And that's game. So well played for Olaur. Very strong start. Okay, we have game number 5. We have PVZ versus Wazard. So interesting starting opener. So aside from Boomer, I could have replaced this with Tickles, where Tickles in this spot would be Henrietta, because it would prevent something like this. So right now we can just look at this noble and do nothing. And not sure about the Cassowary summon though, because you would need a lot of flyers in this game, and that would be a liability later. Such as this one. Puff is a great here, but this one is also great and would probably be my staple in this map, because you would love to have a lot of pushers such as 2.0 or Rambolina. So just double hit that Tickles. So we have Pearl. So right now this would be a very interesting unit to look at, because a lot of people already have Pearl, but since this is a very recent unit, we would yet to see how this would actually play in these tough matches. And unfortunately, it has to deal with this Frosty at this level. So, and you have 2 mechs. Such an unfortunate timing. So we have 13 trying to stop that from ever happening. So Wazard, no. The worst possible way to have seen this. Not only Firkin is now pointless, since Frosty was able to use the ability already, you will now have to watch all of your units die. And Rusty would be more annoying here, because even if Pearl gets to damage someone, it can get rusted or frosted. Okay, nice counter. So interestingly enough, he didn't try to attack this, but then I realized he's actually capped on units, so he cannot just heal this away or block it. So yep, he was able to kill off Cassowary on the top side. and all of the other units are already alive. Not sure why he would try to extinguish 2.0 here when it's already would have unfrozen at that point. So it was a waste. Oh no, and another line attack. I cannot handle this. Yeah. I actually wouldn't want to play further after getting hit by those two very strong line attacks. So very well played from Wizard. An unfortunate event for PVZ. We have here Lover versus Mark. This is game number 7. And we have Pen and Drop. So I've been seeing a lot of Lenin for the past games. This is now a way better Tuki than Unicorn in terms of skirmish. So a lot of strong players are picking it up. So both are banking for 6 keys. Okay. And 9 keys for Mark. You just let the enemy do this. So you summon Chuck. Interesting. And we have a badge. Now this is really annoying. No matter what you would do, you would always get hit by the poison. Okay, Mark. Okay. Mark is just launching himself forward, but not sure about this one because you set up yourself for this one. It's very bad. Then you have Quagmire just to tank all of the hits. Hard fire. I'm not really sure that Chuck summon was really nice. It paid a hefty price. Now you have to deal with this Benny and things. So yeah, I believe that's just the game. So well played, Olaf. This is game number 10. So we have Potentia versus Wizard. So for this game, we have a very interesting offer. I have never seen anyone play this map like this. Not even try to capture any of this. So the other side, we just get this one. Once again, interesting. Doesn't capture right away. It's not too worried about that. So we just have a bunch of recaptures. We have bow mangles. So we have Oopsie with Cupcake already in the play. So we captured the top already with Chinsting around here. We decided to place Gravedigger here, but later in the discussion we were told that it was actually a misplay. But to be honest, it could have been an interesting position because it can reach this area, but what do I know? So right now, he was able to do that. Okay. Nice. Interestingly enough though, he decided to do this move, but I guess that's to protect the tickles. Okay, the next one. So we have Inoculus and friends. So a bunch of recapture. So nice. He decided to first attack Oopsie by debuffing. Then do a bunch of recaptures. Nice recapture on the top with Gravedigger to block that. Then let's see what's going to happen here. He was able to one shot Innocuous. Then nice play. He decided to go with Chunkies, which is once again a very annoying unit. But I tell you right now, Potentia or King has a way to deal with it. And basically, he just moved forward. And it looks stupid at first from Wizard's case, but Potentia can actually just do this. And now he put himself in a position wherein his units can no longer touch any of Potentia's side. And that just wins him the game. So great play and great way to showcase how you can actually battle Chunkies. This is game number 11. We have Mark versus Potentia. So we have a more standard opener, a couple of monkeys. Just Boomaga's capture and not even capturing these two. So this is, I find this opening interesting in that regard. So Marky is just going all in this. I'm worried about this one though, since you're already near the kills of the enemy. So let's see what's going to happen. So recapture. You can easily do this and block with Boomer as shown. Okay, you also have a counter Tooth Fairy. And you capture like that. So Patanji just keeps on piling up. So he attacked Matic with bow and with Innocuous behind. So he was able to kill Unicorn on top. Okay. A couple more hits. This one, not sure of that because he decided to go with Jar. Okay, you have Clinical, okay. So Potentia just recapturing as usual. And once again, interesting that there's a flail actually in this game. But it's a currently annoying unit to deal with because his one keys are far away and he don't want to move Hematic forward just to kill that one. So Potentia just captured more. But this turn we have a played summon. Okay, very nice. Very nice again. I believe this is it, the winning play. He was able to obliterate all of this. Let's see how Potentia plays this out. Okay, you can just one-shot that one. Okay, interesting. Okay, he's just cleaning them up properly. And interestingly enough, you can just take out those 3 units properly while also recapturing them. Which is kind of annoying. Okay. Now Blade is in a tough position and Mark has 7 keys left to deal with this. A lot of units. So Potentia just keeps on moving forward. So as you can see, even recapture the bottom side. Even if there's a wall, because that's how much leverage he has right now in the map. And he just won like that. So very well played. This is game number 12. It's Olover versus Alien Engineer. So this is actually the first game of Alien Engineer because the couple of games that he had were skipped due to the enemy not showing up or the opponent not showing up. So we have this map. So we have three keys. I've been noticing Olaro likes to play a one key that is slow moving like Slayer or Numbskull as P1. And we have microscopic. So when you do this, you can actually die from two hits from either one key and a jar, but you can just counter attack on the other side. So I'm not sure if it's worth to have jar in this stage. So we also recaptured this, but actually whoever recaptures or captures first is on the losing end already. You just give your opponent an opportunity to recapture here, but he didn't. And we have Phantom Man lying around. Then this is where the first grave mistake happened. You can actually reach Jar here, and Bratwurst is already very far. It can only disease, or I think they can kill this. Yep. But this is the second grave mistake. Oliver did an amazing play, which is lock that one out and go for a high five. And the reason why it matters because Alien Engineer cap Phobies in this turn, so we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And I think the reason why it did that because it wanted to block this top side, but to be honest, this is not needed as much. So since he capped everything, his units can't actually walk past these two, and the only units that can move is this and that. I also just realized having a unit block your own set of units is very annoying. I I don't comprehend that strategy that much because it doesn't happen often, but it's really annoying in this one. So as you can see, Alien Junior would just sack all of its units just so one would free up. But what Oliver just did, just keep on attacking the heart and not kill this one at all. He just sets up Misanthrope for the next turn so he can readily place high five there. And even if you didn't move Snowball, you just give free access for the pull, and Snowball just give pad to high five to the steam. It's your crazy moves. And that's how basically Oliver won. Very, very, very nice one. Looks like Alien Engineer have to play out in the lower bracket. This is game number 13. We have Alien Engineer versus Potentia. So Potentia has been playing Mount Light for 3 games in a row now. Let's see if he can win for a third time. So we're dealing with Alien Engineer. So more interesting opener. He decided to go with the 3 of the tankiest Phobies or 1 key Phobies at the start. Potentia doing this same technique but with creep, and interestingly enough, he decided to just recapture in this manner. Let's see how he would deal with it. He was able to clear the top side, but he has to invest Gravedigger and Cassowary. So he decided to launch more. Okay, nice. You decide to poison with Bomagus. Once again, there's Inoculus. You just wipe creep on that. Okay. Does Grave Digger die here? Nope. You decide to go with Bomangles. And in this turn, I believe he was able to clear these two. And Potentia. Then in this turn, once again, I believe Engineer was able to clear all of this. Or the other side in this case. That's nice. Okay, for Potential, let's see what's going to happen. Interesting. But I believe he just surrendered after this. Just based on the time. Okay. But yeah. Actually, interesting enough, he surrendered. For me, it was still playable, but okay, that's game. Well played, Engineer. Such a monster in these kinds of back-to-back skirmishes. This is now the grand finals and a rematch from O'Lover and Alien Engineering. So we have this new large map we're playing on. It's called Unblinking Expanse. And to share a personal insight, I really hate this map. I feel weird playing at this map or every map that is an even number panic point because it can get really stally if neither one wants to hard rush. Because the moment you capture these three panic points already, you're just hoping your enemy does something stupid or you go mismo fat here or Akira. I'm still learning this map and I'm not good at it right now. So we have Radiator and Engineer. Yeah, we capture summon Ray Charles for countering. We have Puff. Not sure what that is about for now, but a flying unit would always be nice on this map. So we have Bowmangles and we have Gonzo on the other side. So right now, Gonzo and Radiator is always a strong combo just because of the 100% AoE damage. And we have this one, Octonauty. Alien Jitter is one of the rarest people that would use this unit. And I'm slowly realizing why. The HP wise is very very strong compared to Mofat. And pullers in this map is also annoying. So let's see what would happen. So counter Octonauty. So we have Noxious here. So keep in mind both sides are capped on units. So one of them must go for the kill. Something like this. Oliver did it. But Engineer does something like this. So what's interesting here is that after this trade, he doesn't actually kill the Puff, but the Poison will. So I believe he can heal this unit if he wants to, but Alien Engineer already predicts that he won't do that. And yeah, Puff would just die here. But it will cost Alien Engineer some units. And in the trade, Ray Chargles, the 1P, and Boom died for Puff. But in this counter trade, he was able to kill Radiator. And currently, they cannot kill this one since all of these are walking. They would just die to Abyss. So Olaver's going for the heart rush, but Alien Engineer predicts it and he plays units very carefully because it can already be pushed. So blocks with Bachelor, we have Nox, we have Murdering. So Alien Engineer, actually, in this particular side, you might be wondering why he wouldn't move. He actually ran out of time and he would lose everything in this turn. So he poisoned it first before deciding to pull Octonaughty. A very unfortunate events for Olaf. So this is just game. So well played for Alien Engineer. But since this is coming from the loser bracket, Alien Engineer has to beat Olaver once more to become the champion. Let's go with game number 15. So we have a rematch. And for this game, we're doing Mount Light. So we have standard opener, a couple of one keys, while Alien Engineering does the same but with bow mangles. So once again, Olaver's doing the Benny opening. Or sorry, I mean Lenny in this case. There's also this one, another Tuki. So he's leaning forward for this cheap Tukis that can defend properly. And I'm not sure if he's going for a Frosty in this next turn for the 9 keys. Alien Engineer is more on the standard stabby bow mangle core. So very strong. Thank you, Phobies, while offering a lot of damage. So we have creep here, and I was wondering why this was even someone, but then I realized Lenny doesn't have a resurrect ability. I always assumed way back that Lenny and Ben have the same skill, but in this case, Lenny can just die from poison. So which is why the creep makes more sense in this case. And now we have our capture, and he's actually going all in. He also captured with Lenny, and let's see what Alien Junior does with this. So we have a recapture and attack. Then we have Klepto in here. And once again, in the longer fight, we can only, I believe, kill Grave Digger here, but we'll see. So okay, he was able to kill that. And that's all there is. So right now, Stappy can just get unpoisoned. And right now, Engineer has 6 out of 8 panic points, so he's pressured all lower as much as he can. And in this next turn, interestingly enough, he didn't recapture this at once. I believe he's positioned himself a lot better against the Smiley, wherein he was now able to hit it with this poison. So great. And he was able to capture the top panic point, so that's a 7 to 8 advantage. And Oliver just goes out with Ogre, and is really hoping he can play it out like this from here on now, because he has a very low health. I'm not sure how Illinger can battle it, but he decided to go with Yeti, which is the number 1 counter for me to Ogre, because I'm not sure what kind of unit would like to one-on-one this one, especially when the ability ranges up. So Air Engineer is already in the advantage, so he decided to go Yeti on this position, but I believe Olar would just block it, and somehow he was able to kill bow mangles here. But sadly, that's actually the game. So Well played, Alien Engineer, and congratulations for achieving number one.